So what looks like another gentleman just filling up with gas here is actually not quite the whole story. This is James Breckenridge, a gentleman who we've written about quite extensively on Something Cool News, and as many of our readers will know, at one point was homeless. He's actually homeless again, and as a matter of fact, he's not just getting gas here, he's actually kind of fueling his living room, because right now, this 1987 Plymouth Duster is actually his home. So, you know, most of us are pretty upset about gas prices the way they are. I guess for you it's an added concern.
Oh, yes, it is, because all my stuff's in my car right now. So if I run out of gas, I'm stuck somewhere. I don't have the advantage of commuting. I need to be able to park somewhere where I won't get harassed at night. And I need to make it, well, tomorrow I need to make it to class, and then I need to make it to mission, where I'm co-facilitating a mental health group. So gas, making ends meet is a very important thing. It
must be frustrating, being the fact this is money you could use for like food or clothing or, you know, something, but I guess it's one of those things. You also have to worry about insurance, car insurance, and gas, and just general maintenance fees.
Yes, the biggest headache is that every 10 bucks I put into the car is kind of comes out of my housing budget. It's less money I have that I could afford to pay the first month's rent and damage deposit and all that. It just makes it that much more difficult to get into housing and start to get, well, stable.
Rain's coming down tonight. Wind outside is supposed to reach a high of up to 70 kilometers an hour tonight. And I'm trying to follow James along the freeway here. We're heading actually outside of Abbotsford to a rest area. Actually, it's not that far outside the city. After fueling up at the gas station back there, we're now heading to where he plans to bunker down for the night. And I can only imagine what it must be like to be outside in a very small car in weather like this. It's gonna be cold tonight. It's gonna be wet. You know, being outside tonight can't be that much fun. And this is something he's been doing every day for the past few weeks. So this is where you call home, is it? I see you've even got a little alarm clock here, and it almost, I don't know. How does it feel to live in a confined place like this?
Well, let me ask you how it feels to be filming in this place.
It's not.
Your head's brushing the top. It's not a roomy space. But as I don't know if they can hear the sound of the rain pouring down on their head on our roof, but it's dry.
This is what James is going to be using for a washing facility tonight. It's disgusting. All it is a bathroom in here. Since the bathroom that used to be here was hit by a truck and is no longer actually functional. So this is where he's going to have to get up in the middle of the night to take a bathroom break. It's kind of a weird transition. It was only a few weeks ago that James was actually inside the Salvation Army Independent Living Unit, where he spent most of his time while he was working at the Salvation Army. That arrangement came to an end, which is one of the reasons why he's out here at this rest area tonight trying to get some sleep. Although he's been homeless for about 3 years now, he did spend some time in a car before, and if you can believe it or not, he actually says that living in his car this time is actually a little easier than the first.
It's cozy, but quite cramped, especially for someone of my size, but once you get, I've got all the covers I need, so I'm nice and warm. It's stiff, but warm.
I can't imagine sleeping like this. Do you get any sleep at all?
Yes, actually, I do. That's because I've learned to relax. It's part of when I was pursuing my mental health. So I've taught myself I usually just kind of meditate for a while and drift off that way, because you get relaxed enough from your.
What's it like to wake up in a car every day?
Very, very, very stiff. First unbending, because no matter how I get in there, my legs are bent and my hips are bent, and so I'm moving like about 120-year-old first thing in the morning. Once I get up, and then I just have to make my bed, put everything in the passenger seat, and I'm good to go.
It's one of those things. To see James like this out here smiling and happy, is a great deal of respect for James. You've got to have that. But it makes you wonder another question. Like he said, how many other people are out tonight that don't have this cover? How many people are in the forest or in the back of businesses getting soaked tonight because they've got nowhere else to go? How many more people are out there tonight sleeping in conditions like this, or even worse? So right now, this is the best you can do.
Yes.
It's going to be a long night in here for you, though.
Well, they're fast nights because I tend to sleep solidly these days. So I go to sleep, and other than maybe a bathroom break in the middle of the night, which tonight hopefully won't happen, seeing as it's pouring rain out there, I just sleep right through till I wake up or the alarm goes off, and I head off to do, as I said, the big thing I have is purpose. I'll head off to class. I'll head off to do things. There's things I want to do and accomplish. So I have purpose. I'm going somewhere. This isn't a detour I particularly like and a bump in the road, but that's the choice I have. I can either let it be a bump in the road and still get where I'm going, or I can let it be a dead end. I'd rather treat it as a bump in the road. But there's no doubt that there are a lot of people who it would be a dead end for. So I want to, in the long run, that's something we need to address.